For college, might seem far away for your child at home right now, but as any parent with an empty nest can tell you, it gets here quickly.
And before college, it's the dreaded standardized test.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Today, Dominick Cooper from Launch Academy Tutoring Company is here with the difference between the ACT, SAT, and how to set your child up for success. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Julie, for having me on.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's talk about what is the ACT, what is the SAT? What's the difference?
Well, the ACT and SAT, like you said, are two nationally standardized tests that really only have two reasons for their existence. One is being college admissions, and the second, which is the main reason parents want to take it, is for scholarships.
Aha. So what's a PSAT? That's a different, is that a different one?
Practice,
Correct.
right?
PSAT, all it stands for is a practice SAT.
Oh.
Now, as far as the PSAT goes, is parents are thinking about doing the PSAT in October, and that's the only time of the year that it's offered. There's really only one reason for it, and that is to get your student into the National Merit Scholar finalists.
Well, that sounds good.
How do you choose whether or not your child will take the SAT or the ACT? How do you decide?
Well, it depends on what college you're going to. Most East Coast universities only want the SAT, whereas like Midwest universities, OU, OSU, and West Coast, they're more interested in the ACT. So I recommend to all my parents just simply take one of each, see which one you have more of a strength with, and then stick with that one for your subsequent tests.
I have to ask, what are the differences in the SAT? I took the SAT when I was a kid.
did too.
But most people, like you said, around here need the ACT. What are the differences? Are they longer? Is one harder than the other?
The SAT is a little bit longer. It's about a half hour longer as far as time goes. And the subjects that they discuss are a little bit different. The SAT focuses more on critical thinking and verbal and with a little bit of math, while the ACT has 4 sections. It has mathematics, English, reading, and science, and an optional writing portion.
Oh, wow.
Now, the great thing about the ACT is that it only measures what you've learned in high school. And as far as the SAT goes, they can throw at you some different words you've never heard of before, which is something we'll do a little bit later on.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a little test here in a
Yes.
second. But I have to ask about the scores. What's a good score on ACT? What's a good score on the ACT and SAT?
A perfect score on the SAT would be a 2400. If you get that, you're basically set wherever you go.
You're a genius.
Yes. An average score on the SAT would be a 1500.
Now, I know that Oklahoma, I was reading, some of our numbers are a little bit below the national average. Is that
Correct.
right?
The national average for the ACT is a 21.2, whereas with Tulsa public schools, if you average out their different high schools, we average at 19.5.
Dang.
So it's pretty low.
So we got to get those scores up, right?
Absolutely, and one thing we actually were able to do with Launch Academy is we developed a program that allows students to be comfortable with the tests and get their scores up. Our average score is a 27. And
Wow.
when compared with a 19.5, it's pretty substantial.
Hello, MIT.
Yes, absolutely.
And as you mentioned, that's important for scholarships and college admission, right?
Absolutely, and most colleges don't start giving out academic scholarships and grants until you have about a 26 or so.
Okay, now we were talking about doing a little test. Can we do a little test?
Absolutely.
Are these real SAT?
These are real SAT words, yes.
I wish you would give us some math, because he already told us earlier in the show he can't do math, and you know me.
Moving on.
Well, I'll tell you guys this. For parents who are concerned about math, because math and science are a really big deal for a lot of parents, I would recommend getting this calculator, the TI-84
Is that a Nintendo
Plus.
DS?
Wow.
It does play games,
I
however.
have that.
Yes, I tell my students don't get any games on here. But one thing about it is that you can get programs on here. And not a lot of parents know that you can put programs on your calculator that can literally solve some of the math problems for you.
Oh.
So for all of our students, we install the programs onto their calculators for them, teach them how to use it, because, I mean, essentially, work smarter, not harder. That's our big motto.
I like that. All right, game on. Thinking cap.
Game on.
Thinking cap on.
Here we go. So we'll start off with a little bit less words. So what about belligerent?
Belligerent. It's what Julie is on the couch with me every morning. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he pretty much nailed it. Belligerent. So you want like the definition?
Absolutely.
It's like aggressive.
Yeah,
That's absolutely right.
Angry.
Belligerent, aggressive, warlike. All right. What about this one? Benevolent.
Benevolent.
Oh, it's
just
what
the opposite.
Casey
That's
is
what
doing
I am.
all the time.
I'm just chilled, relaxed, benevolent, right? Not
Absolutely.
caring.
Kind.
Benevolent means kindly and generous, and if you're studying Latin, it comes from the same root as bene or bueno, taco bueno fans out there. So that's all these Latin roots. And if you're wanting to do good on SAT vocab, study Latin and Greek roots. That's what will get you it. Okay, let's try another one.
How about the hardest question?
Yeah,
the
give us the
Hardest
one.
one, profundity.
Profundity. Well, it sounds like something profound.
Deep?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Deep depths.
No, I just sort of said the same word just differently and with an English accent.
But you know what? You've sold it.
Profundity.
You've sold
That's
it.
how I read them too.
No, that's good. And you know,
Wonderful.
my mom was big in Latin when she was growing up. You used to have to take Latin in schools, so you can't play word games with my mother. That's so great. The Latin, the Greek roots of the words and things are really interesting. I bet you learn a lot from that. So thank you for showing us.
Thank you. That was fun. Don't go away in the commercial break. Let's do some more. Okay.
Absolutely. Now, we'll tell all the parents out there that one thing we'd like to extend to all the Green Day and Green Country viewers is we're offering $150 of tutoring, absolutely free. There's no risk or anything like that. All you have to do is contact us on our website, launchacademytulsa.com, or call us at 918-853-5243.
Even for adults?
Even for adults. If you want to try your hand at it again.
Make them over there and figure out what profundity means. Now, it might sound intimidating, but how about a reverse mortgage? It could be right for somebody in your life and even help with home repairs.
And don't stress about a last-minute getaway. Everything you need for the weekend in a bag. Go ahead.